Hey everyone, I'm back with a comparison, smackdown, showdown, versus whatever you want to call it, of a 2013 i7, 8 GB of RAM, so it's been upgraded, MacBook Air on the left-hand side, as well as a 2012 base MacBook Pro. I kind of just want to show you guys what to look for if you're in the market to buy a new one for college or high school. Just kind of give you some ideas of what these things feature, some likenesses, differences. Nothing biased, just letting you know what there is so that you can pick one out for yourself. My MacBook Air is configured with a 1.7 gigahertz processor and 8 gigabytes of RAM. The pricing from Apple on that one comes in at $1349. And the MacBook Pro comes in with a base model, 4 gigabytes of RAM and 500 gigabyte hard drive. I didn't upgrade anything to this one, and the price on this one is $11.99 from Apple as well. Apple is claiming these to get 12 hours of wireless web, which I know many people are actually stating they're getting more than that, and it is using a 45-watt MagSafe 2 power adapter. The MacBook Pro, Apple claims to get 7 hours of wireless web, and it uses a 60-watt MagSafe power adapter to charge it. And here is just a front view of the MacBook Air. And again, a front view of your MacBook Pro. And then I went ahead and lined these things up so you can just see them together and actually see the differences in size there. Over here to the right on the front, the MacBook Pro has a little, they call it breathing looking light that indicates the status of your sleep-wake mode, and the right is your RF blaster, or receiver, excuse me. On the back, you see the just black plastic hinges which actually allow the thing to breathe for the fan to keep this thing cool. They're very similar though, nothing's really different with the back here. On the top here we have the MacBook Air, and on the left hand side we'll start off with the SDXC slot, a USB 3.0, as well as the Thunderbolt port. And on the bottom you have the MacBook Pro, and on the left hand side you have a Kensington lock, and on the right hand side you have the optical drive. And on the opposite side, starting with the MacBook Air on the top, we have on the left hand side MagSafe 2, USB 3.0, headphone input, as well as dual microphones. And on the bottom, starting with the left, we have MagSafe 1, Ethernet, Firewire, Thunderbolt, 2 USB 3.0s, an SDXC slot, as well as headphone input. Over to the right, it's a little hard to see. There's a little circle, and it's an indicator to let you know when your MacBook Pro is closed exactly how much charge it has left. So it lights up each one for a bar, basically, of how much battery life you have left. The inside, you will open up and see the MacBook Air has a silver trim around the screen, and the MacBook Pro has a black. Both feature the same 720p HD camera for FaceTime and any video chatting. They have both a full-size keyboard, and everything is the same on them. They both have backlit. There's only one tiny difference that you will see, and it's not really something that's noticeable, but on the MacBook Air, the top right key is the power button, and if you go to look for it on the MacBook Pro, that's actually the eject button, and the MacBook Pro has the power button actually built into the aluminum frame of the computer, so that kind of could throw you off just a little bit. But that's the only differences in the keyboards. And they both feature the same full-size multi-touch trackpad, which is the same as your Magic trackpad or anything like that you've ever used. I'm going to get these things on a scale. I'm not sure how accurate it is, but I'll tell you what my readings are. On the MacBook Air, I got 2 pounds, 15.15 ounces. So that comes in at a very extremely lightweight. And the MacBook Pro is heavier. It's almost double, but it's really still not that heavy, coming in at 4 pounds, 8 ounces, 8.65, ounces. So again, it is heavier, but it's not extreme in the 13-inch models. So that's kind of an overview of the outside and some kind of physical features, characteristics, however you want to call it. So let's kind of take a look at some of the inside stuff. Again, I'm not going to touch base on a whole lot of this because we're not really comparing apples to apples. But I did go ahead and run the Blackmagic, and on the MacBook Air, the write speed comes in at 452.7 and the read speed comes in at 718.6. And on the MacBook Pro, much less impressive 69.0 write speed and 92.9 read speed on the hard drive. On the Geekbench, the MacBook Air scored a quite impressive 8,353. Again, this is with the upgraded i5 and 8 gigabytes of RAM, so that makes a difference. And the MacBook Pro with the base standard edition comes in scoring still quite high, but less than the MacBook Air at 7,430. Alright guys, this has really just been a basic kind of overview. Maybe you want to make some upgrades and get the Air. It's quite capable of movie editing, photo editing. Both of these are not gaming computers, but you can game on both of these. I didn't have any games to actually show you any of the gaming, so please forgive me on that. But if this video helped you, please like and subscribe, and check out my channel for other videos.